In the last video, I made a mistake.
And also I can't use X like this because this will return me this global X.
I made a mistake because I forgot a very important rule for a split of a second. Hello coders, welcome to my channel. I'm David, your guide to mastering programming. The rule I referred to earlier is called LEGB. LEGB stands for local, enclosing, global, built-in. That's the hierarchy of how Python looks for variable names. First, it looks for local, then for enclosing, then global, and last, it looks for built-in. If it doesn't find the variable name in any of these scopes, then it returns name error. That's why when I created a global variable x and gave it value 3 and created a new function f, now here if I write x equals 1, this x is not global. This is local x, local to this function. Only functions in Python can create new scopes that won't create global variables, but the local ones for that function. So that's why, according to LEGB rule, when I create this x, it first looks for the variable name in the local scope, which is this f scope. So now it finds x to be equal to 1. So x is equal to 1 here. So now when I call this function, it prints 1. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like the video and hit that subscribe button. It really helps me out. Thanks for your support. But if I create a function, for example, inner, and here I want to print x, this x is looked first inside this inner function, because that's the local scope for this inner function. Then it looks for the enclosing scope for variable x, and it finds it. That's why this x doesn't have the value of this global x, but rather the value of this enclosing one. So when I here run inner, it still prints 1. And for the last one, I want to show you how the built-in works. For example, if I create my own function and call it range. As you know, range is a built-in function that creates sequence of numbers. So if I create my function with the same name, this function will override the built-in function. So if I here pass x, I now want to return range from 0 to x. So now if I print range, and for example pass 3, it will print range from 0 to 3. Why? According to LEGB rule, first, range is looked in the local scope, it's not found, then in the enclosing scope, it's not found, then it's looked in the global scope and it's found. So this range has this value. But if I remove this using the same rule, first it looks for the local, it doesn't find it there, then it looks for the enclosing, then for the global, and then finally it finds it in the built-in scope. So when I run this, as you can see, it prints range from 0 to 3. I hope you found this video helpful. Like and subscribe for more coding content. See you in my next video. Until then, keep coding.